The internet loves a mystery, especially one that refuses to make sense. When the name Charlie Kirk exploded across YouTube, it wasn't just another headline. It was gasoline poured onto a digital wildfire. In just a few days, the algorithm was flooded with theories, timelines, and exclusive footage from creators racing to explain what really happened. But as views went up, so did the confusion. So let's step back, take a deep breath, and look at what the biggest voices on YouTube are actually saying. 10 channels, 10 theories, one story that refuses to stay the same for more than 24 hours. This is the Charlie Kirk investigation, retold through the eyes of YouTube itself. WolvesAndFinance, the truth about Charlie Kirk's murder. Our journey starts with WolvesAndFinance, a channel known for calm analysis in a sea of chaos. The host begins with a warning. Your first impression of a viral tragedy is almost always wrong. He rewinds the timeline. The first shots, the crowd's panic, the vanishing suspect. The video points out something no one else did. How social media built an entire story before any official report even existed. He reminds viewers that when emotions are high, logic takes a backseat. Every shaky clip, every quote, every rumor becomes evidence. And yet, he argues, that's how misinformation thrives. Not because of malice, but because we crave explanations faster than the truth can arrive. It's a quiet, sobering start. Less conspiracy, more reflection. But it sets the tone for what's coming. But not everyone saw it that way. Another voice on YouTube was about to turn the whole story upside down. The Dore Show, shocking discovery about people treating Charlie Kirk at scene. The Dore Show enters the conversation swinging, skeptical, sarcastic, and full of questions. The video breaks down the chaotic rescue footage frame by frame. Why did the medics move the body that way? Why were commands shouted but ignored? Dore doesn't scream cover up. Instead, he suggests something simpler, maybe scarier. A system so unprepared that failure looks like conspiracy. He laughs mid-analysis, saying, if incompetence were a crime, half of this tape would be Exhibit A. It's dark humor, yes, but it lands. Because beneath the sarcasm is a truth that stings. When nobody trusts institutions anymore, every mistake becomes a mystery. Just when the narrative seemed clear, a different channel dropped a theory nobody expected. The conspiracy files. They are lying to you about Charlie Kirk's death. Then comes the conspiracy files, turning subtle suspicion into cinematic paranoia. Maps, timelines, freeze frames, arrows pointing everywhere. The creator claims that the official FBI report leaves too many holes to ignore. The route of the shooter doesn't match eyewitness accounts. Camera angles cut off seconds too early. But what really hooks viewers is his tone. Confident, relentless, almost hypnotic. He says, if this story makes perfect sense to you, you haven't looked close enough. Whether you believe him or not, you can't stop watching. It's the kind of storytelling YouTube was built for. Half truth, half theater, and 100% addictive. And if that explanation made you raise an eyebrow, wait until you hear this next one. Redacted. The man who killed bin Laden doesn't buy the official story. When Redacted brought in Rob O'Neill, the Navy SEAL who claims to have killed bin Laden, the internet froze. A man who's seen the world's most secret operations says he doesn't buy this one. O'Neill walks viewers through tactical inconsistencies, distances that don't match the layout, escape routes that make no sense, and the deafening silence about ballistic data. Either someone's lying, he says, or someone's very bad at their job. His words hit harder than any clickbait headline, because they come from someone who should know what an operation looks like. It's not a rant. It's a soldier calmly saying, the math doesn't add up. While some searched for logic, others found something else entirely, a pattern hiding in plain sight. Gardner, bombshell. Forensic expert reveals evidence FBI missed. On Gardner's channel, things get forensic, literally. Gardner brings in a criminal analyst who slows the footage down to fractions of a second. Look here, the expert says, pointing to a flicker of light. This isn't muzzle flash, it's reflection. He pauses again. And here, the trajectory doesn't align with the official report. It's technical, dense, but mesmerizing. Gardner ends the segment with the line, if the truth can't survive magnification, maybe it wasn't the truth to begin with. In an era where pixels are treated like proof, his calm dissection feels like both science and poetry. Across the internet, timelines collided, facts twisted, and the truth got even harder to recognize. Dr. G explains, is Candace Owens right about Charlie Kirk's assassination? Enter Dr. G explains, the internet's favorite forensic professor. With whiteboard in hand and sarcasm to spare, he dissects Candace Owens' viral claims like a surgeon. Some points, he admits, make sense, others not so much. This isn't House of Cards, he jokes. It's just bad lighting and too many people with Wi-Fi. But beneath the humor, his message is serious. Curiosity is healthy. Paranoia is contagious. Don't confuse one for the other. Dr. G leaves viewers with something rare on YouTube: balance. A moment where science, logic, and empathy somehow share the same screen. One video tried to restore order, only to throw gasoline on the fire. Law and Crime Network. FBI investigating chilling conspiracy theories in Charlie Kirk killing. The Law and Crime Network steps in like the adult in the room. While others speculate, they report. Anchors confirm that the FBI is actively tracking dozens of online theories, not to silence them, but to separate credible leads from viral noise. They show how digital detectives, trolls, and true believers flood tip lines with screenshots and speculations. The takeaway? In 2025, the first battlefield of any investigation is the comment section. It's not sensational, it's sobering. And in a lineup of chaos, that calm professionalism stands out like a lighthouse. And then, from the corner of YouTube nobody takes seriously, came an angle nobody could ignore. Headshot 87, the muzzle flash nobody noticed. Headshot 87 dives into one specific mystery. That strange flash of light everyone keeps calling a second shooter. He recreates the angle, adjusts exposure, and surprise, the flash disappears. Turns out it was just a reflection from a cameraman's phone. He smirks and says, sometimes the biggest conspiracy is your own imagination. It's short, sharp, and oddly satisfying, the YouTube equivalent of a mic drop. For a moment, logic actually wins. But the internet, as always, moves on. Theories multiplied, confidence dropped, and suddenly, everyone was an expert. Jesse on fire. Charlie Kirk was shot from behind. Then comes Jesse on fire, blending adrenaline with attitude. His thumbnail screams, his tone burns. Jesse argues that a new camera angle proves Kirk was hit from behind. He overlays arrows, slow motion, and his signature phrase, if you think this doesn't change everything, you're not paying attention. It's entertainment, yes, but it taps into something deeper, the frustration of people who feel unheard by official channels. Jesse becomes their voice, loud, flawed, but undeniably human. And in today's YouTube ecosystem, that's pure gold. What started as analysis slowly turned into entertainment, and nobody knew where to draw the line. Jeff Ostroff. Why is the FBI's Charlie Kirk narrative falling apart? Finally, Jeff Ostroff connects all the dots, or at least tries to. His tone is calm, journalistic, but edged with disbelief. He compares FBI statements, leaked texts, and internal timelines. Some timestamps don't match. Some files are missing. If the official version is solid, he says, why does it need so much patchwork? Jeff doesn't shout. He doesn't accuse. He just keeps asking questions that no one seems eager to answer. In a landscape where outrage sells, his restraint is almost revolutionary. But as every new creator joined the chaos, one thing became obvious. The story wasn't over yet. Closing narration. 10 creators, 10 realities. One event, split into 1,000 interpretations. Maybe the truth is still out there, buried under the noise. Or maybe, in the age of algorithms, truth isn't found. It's chosen. As the camera fades to black, remember, every click, every comment, every replay is part of this story too. You're not just watching the investigation. You're feeding it. If you want to follow the next chapter, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Because in a world where everyone's lying, the only thing that matters is who you choose to believe.